All right, everybody, this is the start of it. Always, my wife wanted chicken alfredo tonight. Something else I do. That's D Chef Home's Delicious. I got my chicken breast. As you can see, the first thing I do is I only save the good, clean, pretty meat. I cut everything I eat against the grain. Any meat you cut against the grain, it makes it 10 times more tender. Even chicken breast. See how the grain was running this way, and it's cut that way across the grain. And all of this junk like this here and all this stuff, tendons and membranes, I trim all that junk off and throw it away. There's nothing worse than when you're eating something special dish and it's got daggone membranes and tendons and stuff in it. This is everything that you need. I use an onion. It's a big sweet yellow onion. A chicken breast. My linguine. I use a little bit of onion powder. I love this right here, this Greek all-purpose seasoning. Get it from Walmart. It's in the area by the seasoning salt. It's perfect. Some heavy whipping cream. You really don't have to use that. I just like it. And some garlic powder and Parmesan cheese. And like I said, the heavy whipping cream and the Parmesan cheese is what makes the Alfredo. I'll go back into that later. And I got a couple secret sauces that I use. I can't put that on a video in case I ever start my own restaurant. I don't want everybody to know the good stuff. But this is get you close enough. And if you don't know what cutting against the grain means on chicken breast, don't worry about it. Just cut it the best you can. First thing you want to do is get your water boiling. I don't know if people know this here, but always have your water boiling before you add your noodles. I don't care if it's spaghetti, elbow noodles, any kind. Because if it sits in cold water and wait for the noodles to start, for the water to start boiling before you add it, it makes your noodles soggy. So always have your water boiling when you throw it in. And on my linguine and even my spaghetti, I like to break mine like this here. I don't like the real long pieces. And when I'm doing it like this here with the nice creamy sauce, it seems like it makes it get more flavor into the noodles instead of just having one long stringy noodle. So you don't have to do that, but that's how I like to do mine. And I leave the top off and I have it pretty much full throttle to go ahead and boil this stuff and get it done, get it going. That's pretty much gonna take the longest of everything. Oh, I was rushing too, I almost forgot. My chopped garlic cloves, I always add those. I'm gonna get ready to add the chicken into the oil. Just added the chicken in the heated oil. Olive oil, of course. Olive oil, got a good amount. Go ahead and cook my chicken and get it done. Then I will remove it from the pan. Meanwhile, as you can see, my noodles are boiling. As soon as they get tender, I'll pour them off, put them to the side. Once the noodles are done, I take them out, put them in the screener, run cold water through them. That stops all the cooking process. Holds them right there. Sometimes I do a lot of noodles, and I used to put them in separate them, put them in a Ziploc bag, put them in the refrigerator or is it the freezer? And that would be perfect whenever you want them for later. And that's just to put them on hold until everything else gets ready, until I'm ready for the noodles. Chicken's almost ready. I let it go. It's got all the season on it. I actually leave it in there to get a little bit of flavor and stick into the pan like that. Let it cook the chicken all the way. And then put a little crust on a little bit of it because when I put it back in the creamy sauce, I leave it in there for a few minutes, let it soften it up, let that creamy flavor cut into the chicken, marinate into it, and penetrate it good. And it puts the flavor through the chicken as well as throughout the noodles. But you'll see all that as it come along. Now the chicken is perfect. It's right where I want it. See how it's starting to brown a little bit. Not burn, slightly brown. Sticking to the bottom, set stuff down in the bottom. And remember, this is olive oil. It's supposed to be good for you. So that's why I use it. It's a lot of flavor. But that little clown, dancer clown. But anyway, all that you want because that's going to be flavor in the next level. So now I'm about to remove the chicken and set it aside on the plate. I got it exactly how I like it. All that at the bottom of the pan will be flavor. See how I just slightly brown the chicken is cooked thoroughly. I'm gonna add the onions and garlic to the olive oil. Got that added in. Saute it good until they start getting translucent and loose. And then we go to the next level. But you gotta stay with this and also turn the heat down because you don't want to burn it. Won't take long, a couple minutes, and they'll be softened up and ready for the next level. What I did, I was scraping all that flavor, that seasoning off of from the chicken that was at the bottom of the pan. I just took the spoon and did it like that to get all of it. As you can see now, it's not on the bottom. It's mixed in the onions, and that's what you want because of the flavor. You don't want nothing burnt. That's why you do it at a low temperature, and you do it like that. So now all that seasoning and flavor is mixed into your onion. You let them soften up, saute just a little bit. The difference is, if you don't, and you go to the next level, you have that raw onion taste like on a hot dog, instead of that creamy flavor from the onion. And the onion will be dissolved pretty much, so you won't really have a hunk of onion. You have the season from the onion and the garlic into your chicken and your noodles and your sauce. Okay, the next level, you may not want to do it, but it's no big deal. Any kind of wine that you have, it could be homemade wine or whatever kind. Put a little bit of it in, and what happens is it'll steam all the alcohol that's in the wine out and add more flavor. But you might be one of those people like my Aunt Gracie. I can't drink it now if you put that liquor in there. Oh, it's just wine. It blows the alcohol out. Oh, I still can't drink it. You put that liquor in there. You know, God bless her soul. She's going to heaven. But it was funny because they would want to go fishing on the weekend, and they would talk about it all day Saturday after church and everything, but they would wait till 1 minute after midnight, 12:01, before they would go fishing. They had everything ready, waiting. 12:01 they would leave, so they couldn't say they went fishing on Sunday. It might sound funny, but that's good to have that much respect for the Lord. Okay, now it smells real good. You can see how it's thickened up like a gravy. It's burnt all the alcohol out of the wine, and so it's just a completely different smell now. The flavor is excellent. And now you add your heavy whipping cream. One of these is usually enough, depends on how much you're cooking. Just pour it all in there and let it simmer down. I might add another. I have another one of these. I might add a little bit more, maybe half. Yeah. Nah, it depends on how much sauce you want. If you want a lot of sauce on your noodles, or if you want just an average amount, just to cover your noodles good. But I like mine extra creamy, so I might add half of the next one, just so I have extra sauce. Because I'm going to thicken it up by simmering it down. I'm going to try to show you this so you'll understand it. It's hard trying to talk somebody through this. Let's see how it's simmering now in the middle. I actually got to heat up a little higher so I get it done faster, but you got to stay with it if you do that because you don't want it to burn. Let's see how this spot is white looking and this spot is still brown. It haven't this is pretty much turning creamy and turning to cream, but you can see it's spreading out. You want it all to be creamy like this before you add the cheese. So you see it slowly going away. Even if you stir it up, and mix it, you will still see right here, like you see where it's got to transform. It'll be like creamy all through. Once it's creamy all over, then you add the cheese. That's the next level. Sorry about the light. But you can see what I'm saying. Even once you stir it in, see the brown is still, that's from the seasoning, the flavor. You also can taste a little bit now to see if you need any salt. But once it all get creamy, white looking like this, then it's time to add the cheese. Go to the next level. It's doing real good now. It's creamy all the way through. Tastes a little bit. Needs a little salt and pepper. So I go ahead on and get these on eBay for like I don't forget how much, like $14 for the two. I love them. Put your green salt in there. Use sea salt. Hit the button. It's even got a flashlight on the bottom in case you was on the dark. In the dark. Got one for pepper. I love them. I just thought about a name for myself. My little boy came in here and called me Green Glove. So you know what? That's what I'm gonna go by. The Ivanhoe Green Glove. No one will ever see my face or know who I am. Hello, I'm the Ivanhoe Green Glove. Okay, I'm all messed up because this is my first video, but what I do now is my chicken I put out earlier, before I actually throw the cheese, I throw the chicken back in, and this is what I was saying. And the thing, that the reason I do this the way I do it, it saves a lot of time and a lot of dirty dishes. It may seem like it's been a long time, but I'm pausing, stopping, doing stuff, trying not to forget anything. This is like my first or second video I'm doing. So all together from start to finish, you can do all this with like 25 minutes. And I even got some other stuff I would have done by now, but trying to record and do all this stuff and not forget anything. Stir it all in like this here. And I'm actually gonna cover it now, so that way this creaminess and the sauce will cook into the chicken and penetrate it, soften it back up good and tender. That's why I cooked a little bit till it was brown. And then I'll come back and I'll add my cheese and everything. And that's the final stage before it goes into the Alfredo. So I'm just gonna cover it, simmer it for a little while. My garlic bread was just some melted butter, garlic, and some of the rolls I had left over from the Philly cheesesteaks. I had the good soft ones though, not the old hard things that you get. Thing about it, people don't realize, even the simple stuff, like making your own garlic bread like this here, tastes 10 times better than buying it frozen. It's been in a box. You don't know how long it's been frozen, what else has been done to it. No, it's perfect. And this Parmesan cheese, this is the star of the show. When you add it, it's a done deal. See how nice? That's so chicken so tender now and soft. And then you got, it's nice and thick and creamy. And also, I'll get all of this little bit off the sides, like that cream on the sides of the pot. Nothing but flavor. You want to get all that off. But how I do now, you can actually make Alfredo sauce and just put it on bread or rolls or whatever you like it on. You don't have to do like Alfredo, just everything I've did but without the meat and the pasta. So what I do now, you can add it any way you want to. My way is not the right way. My way is just my way. I sprinkle a little bit of cheese in, because you put too much cheese, it'll get real thick and clunk up and start sticking together. But I like mine very cheesy, so I put that in. And I'll stir that in. And I got this stove on just simmer now. See, I just got it barely on simmer because it's hot enough. Mix that in. And now I'm getting ready to get the noodles and throw in. See, I was getting sticky, like stringy. You don't want it like that. I'm getting ready to add the noodles back in now. Now I got the noodles, dumping all the noodles. Ooh, all of the noodles in. I'll mix it up. Don't matter, one or two. Had to put it down to mix everything in good. As you can see, it's all mixed well now. So I throw a little bit more cheese in, make it real cheesy. Mix the rest of the cheese in. Normally, just to break it up, so it don't look so, I actually put it all in, it don't matter. I like mine cheesy. To break it up, so looking so plain, I normally have some broccoli sprouts, florets, and put in, give a little color. But this is the Green Glove, also D Chef Holmes. I'm not cooking to compete. I'm cooking to eat, and it is good. I came back in. I had a discussion with my project manager, Grayson Holmes. He told me he wanted me to keep the name Green Glove because he said that he don't want me to get famous like Michael Jackson and can't take his kids to the parks and stuff and have fun. So he said unless they know who you are, they won't know who you are. So you don't have to worry about your fans, cooking fans, bum rushing you at the parks where you're trying to have wanting fun with your family. They want you to come over to the grill and cook stuff for them and do kind of tricks, show them how to cut the meat and all that. So it's the Green Glove. Let me get off so I can stir this up well, and then I'll leave it, cover it, give it maybe 5 minutes just so everything heat up good. Cause the noodles, remember, were cooled down with the water, so you want everything back hot, good. It's already like that now, but I just like to give it a couple 5 minutes. Okay, everything's done, and see the garlic bread is done. Pull off the top. Like I said, you could throw some broccoli and stuff in there. Everything's good and ready to go. Tastes a whole lot better than it just looks plain because the chicken and everything is one creamy color now, one creamy flavor. But it is delicious. And once again, goodbye from the Green Glove.